So for the next continuation on the diagrams, I want us to discuss about how to come up with a percentage. We have the percentage component bar chart, and then we discuss about multiple bar charts. Okay, so on the percentage component bar chart, the first step you do is, as you can see in my table, I have changed something. So in this case, for 2005 items, I needed to convert this 50. The initial was 50, 80, and 70. But now, since I want to draw a component bar chart, I need to come up with that, as in I needed to convert this into percentage. So, for example, if it is 50, you get 50 divided by 200, then you multiply by 200. You multiply by 100, that would give you 25. Then 80 divided by 200, then you multiply by 100, that would give you 40. 70 divided by 200 multiplied by 100, that would give you 35. So meaning, if you add these three, it should give you 100 as your total. Then you do the same for 2006. So in this case, this is supposed also to give us 100, but due to the decimals, you realize that this is simply giving you 99.9. But 99.9 is, if you round off, it's basically 100. Then you do the same for 2007. This should give you 100. Then last it should also give you 100 if you add this. Remember, you are converting the components into 100. Then you draw your percentage component bar chart. Bar chart. So, one thing you realize is that all your bars will be equal. All of them will be up to 100. They should be up to 100. Since the total is 100. Yes, your bars should be equal. Let me make them equal as much as possible. Remember, for your case, you're supposed to be using a ruler to make sure that your bars are very, very, very straight. So for 2005, we start with the first. So our first percentage is 25. The second one is 40. The other one is 35. So 25. You see, my scale now has changed. It is up to 100, not like the previous one, which was up to 400. Yes, so we have up to 25. So we use the same key. So for biscuit, it was represented that way. Then, so from 25, we're supposed to add up 40. So this is 25 plus 40, which will give us 65. So we identify 65 on our y-axis. So assuming that is my 65, so the remaining should be 35. It should be 35. And now that is representing kids. You do the same for 2006. Remember, we're using the percentages. So in this case, we will have 33.3, the first one. Then 33.3 plus plus 33.3. This will give us 66.6. So you identify the 66.6 like that. So in this case, you find that they are equal. That is for 2006. Then we have 2007. We have 33.3. Then the next one is 36.7. So we have 36.7. You add them up. This will give us 70. So identify where 70 is. So in this case, it's supposed to be around there. Then the remaining should be 30, representing kids. Then lastly, we have for 2008. The first one is 32.5. 32.5. This is representing biscuit. Then we have 32.5 plus 30. That will give us 62.5. 62.5. Then the remaining should be 37.5, representing kids. Yeah, so that is a percentage component bar chart representing sales against here for this company, for ABC Limited. So in this case, you can be able to make comparison between the two. Yeah, and that's it for component bar chart. So the next one is multiple bar chart.